An integral unloader is an internal component of the pump's manifold. Therefore, it's easier to perform maintenance on the unloader when the manifold is still assembled to the drive end. There are 3 different kits available for repair of this unloader: an O-ring kit, repair kit, and check valve kit. To service the unloader valve, start by removing the brass adjusting cap by turning counterclockwise by hand or using a 21mm hex tool. Next, remove the spring, flat spring retainer, and locking nut. Use a 19mm hex tool to remove the piston retainer. Inspect the O-ring for cuts, nicks, or any damage. Using a needle nose pliers, remove the complete piston assembly. Inspect the O-rings and backup rings for cuts, nicks, or any damage. Also inspect the sealing surface of the valve for erosion, nicks, or damage. Use a reverse pliers or a number 5 easy out to remove the seat with O-ring. Inspect the O-ring for cuts, nicks, or any damage. To reassemble the unloader valve, first start by lubricating the O-ring on the seat. Install the seat with the tapered surface facing down into the unloader chamber of the manifold. Use a soft tip tool to press into place. Next, lubricate the O-ring and backup rings on the complete piston assembly. Install the complete piston assembly with the valve end facing down into the unloader chamber of the manifold. Apply liquid thread sealant to the threads of the new piston retainer. Hand thread into unloader chamber of the manifold by turning a clockwise direction, then tighten with a 19mm hex tool. Install and hand thread locking nut onto piston retainer. Next, install the flat spring retainer into the unloader chamber of the manifold. Install the spring into the unloader chamber of the manifold. Next, thread on the brass adjusting cap onto the piston retainer threads. To inspect the check valve components of the unloader, the chemical injector must first be removed. Using a 22mm hex tool, remove the chemical injector. Inspect the O-rings for cuts, nicks, or any damage. Next, remove the spring and inspect for proper tension, excessive wear, or damage. Remove the check valve and inspect for any damage. Use a pick to remove the nylon check valve seat with the O-ring. Inspect the O-ring for cuts, nicks, or damage. Inspect the check valve for any pitting or damage. To reinstall the chemical injector, start by lubricating the O-ring on the check valve seat. Install the check valve seat with O-ring into the discharge port of the unloader. Install the spring, and then step side down of the check valve into the chemical injector. Push down on the end of the check valve to check for proper tension. Before installing the chemical injector, first apply liquid thread sealant to the threads. Hand thread into the discharge port of the unloader, then tighten with a 22mm hex tool.